How's it going, YouTube? Finally found some time to not record in the car. Crazy. So today we're talking about Virus's Jill antibody activation deck. Now, Virus was, I kind of consider him the OG Jill because I first heard of him way back in the day when no one was really playing Jill. People felt like Jill was on the down low, and he got like 2,200 points with Jill and just blew everyone's expectations out of the water, and he's just been repping Jill ever since. So I'm really excited to share his current iteration of the deck, especially with all the new Explore cards just going crazy. So here's the deck right here, and we'll talk about it a little bit. I think, you know, Jill has become a little standard in how you play it and what staple cards that are in it. But the new cards of Moira Burton, which explores for a shield, is just so perfect for the deck. It just fits the strategy of protecting your legendaries so darn well. And then you've got the new Claire Legendary, which just stacks up some power, gives you art charge, goes fast, you know, just to get back your hero art faster. It is crazy. It can snowball out of control. But the most interesting thing about Virus's deck is the announcement posters, because you'll notice there's nothing. There's no ways to generate evidence in this deck, which is so I was like, why is he playing announcement posters? So I asked him on the Twitterverse. I asked him on Twitter. I said, why announcement poster? And so he said, there's three reasons. And I asked him, why use this instead of the Fist of the Wyvern, which you can target? So why use random set target, right? And I think this is really cool. The first thing is it lets you remove shields and do damage to units with Veil. Cards like Natalia, cards like Nina, they can be really obnoxious to deal with, especially if they get a shield. So you can pop the shield off, or if you need to do damage to them to finish them off, you get the random damage from the announcement posters to blast them away. And also, if you're playing against control decks like Denjin, Ultimate Weapon, decks that don't really want to play other units, it is easier to get that out of your hand because you don't have to target. You can just throw it away for 1 MP and get to more high value cards in those kind of control matchups. So in this meta, announcement poster is the way to go if you're going to play a 1-cost damage action. And I've seen some Jills that aren't playing any 1-cost damage actions, such as a previous guest, Okami. How come I keep getting Japanese Jill guests? We gotta expand the Japanese guest audience to outside of Jill players. So I've got some replays from him that we'll go over together. I think some really insightful stuff in those replays. So look forward to that. No game frame for me. I'm just gonna be watering it down. So all replays today. Enjoy them. First opponent's gonna be Nero True Power. This deck's pretty popular lately. But one thing that I kind of noticed when going through these replays before from Virus is that he's very patient and he's willing to take some damage to get the job done. So I want you to pay attention to that and see how that might incorporate into your gameplay, because it's not how I normally play, but man, does it look strong. So this opening hand is pretty interesting. It only has 1 Explorer, but because he has 2 announcement posters, you know, he's going to be able to cycle, probably get to some more Explorers, because there is a good amount in the deck. And here is where things get pretty interesting. The Sun Goddess will bump up a lot of his damage to 3. So that'll allow him to get his Ninas off, even from the activation poster. Sorry, the announcement posters. What am I saying? But even though he does it, he doesn't go immediately with the Nina. He takes some damage, and he's willing to sit there for a while. Look at that. Using the Molly as just straight up as a blocker to get 1 activation off Nina. He's going to get this announcement poster into announcement poster. And those are going to be 3 damage, remember, from the Sun Goddess. So they're going to be activating Nina. Shield doesn't matter. So now he's got bop. Nina's activating. That one gets shielded. And then bop. Nina gets activated again. And now he's got so much extra damage in his EX pocket. He can go ahead there, boom, and then respond, boom. And just being really patient. He took the 6 damage, but now his opponent is really, really in a tough spot. And, you know, I would probably play the other lane and then antibody activation that, but he keeps his Nina alive. He also plays the Moira, getting the shield, knowing that the Sun Goddess is there, so it's gonna survive. And look at this dominating board presence, cleaning it up with the Claire. And all because he was patient. He was willing to even take a massive 5 HP hit just to kind of save up some MP, figure out exactly what he wants to do. He knew that it wasn't going to affect things that much. And there you go, another Moira and shields here. He knows that he's keeping the Nina alive. This is a classic play from Jill decks. Just keep your legendary alive. Nina's great because it can't be sealed. He can't do any like shenanigans to it. But all these shields coming into play. Opponent at only 1 MP, 1 Mirage Particle left. And then Nina's going to live through the Nero with the help of that shield. And Claire cleans up. So you can see a lot of control coming out from this deck, this style that uses the 1 MP actions. Has a lot more control, less unit focus. So I kind of like this version of it. And you can see the control elements kind of coming into play here and putting his opponent into a lose-lose situation there. You can't block both of them. And a nice little W from Virus against True Power. And here we go into a mirror match. Ooh, going to be pretty interesting, I think. But you'll probably see the similarities here. But it's playing conservative, making sure he has the answers. He's thinking about what his opponent wants to do and how he can respond appropriately. But also a nice hand, not a bad hand too. Got 2 explorers and a good amount of damage to get the control going, you know what I'm saying? And oh my gosh, the opponent lays it all on the line. Double Moira with the Amaterasu. And that really forces Virus to come up with a solution. You know, he's on the back foot now, but we're just going to keep our guy alive. Try to keep the Moira alive, but also use that MP to get the Explorer. I think if I had to guess, that was probably more of a bait. We either keep the Moira alive, it trades with theirs, or we get some extra MP to do some things. And we got that free, essentially 1 MP Explorer, the free Molsters. Allows us to get the Claire, take out the Amaterasu, the biggest threat on the board. And now we can just kind of play safe here. At least that's what it seems like Virus is doing. You know, he's got an MP disadvantage for sure. So let's just see what he can make out of this. All those shields, oh my gosh. And I'm curious if he'll antibody activation here, just get some extra pressure in. No, wow, I probably would have antibody activations, tried to keep that Jill alive, but he does the Molsters to take out the other Moira and just not letting it get out of hand. And even there, you know, you might think like, oh, if we antibody activation the Molsters, you know, he trades with that Moira, but he knows he's got the Claire in hand. He is ready to get that victory going. Just thinking ahead and not really being like, oh, we gotta make every single chance we use antibody activation. So I like that a lot. You know, I probably would have been jumped the gun. You know, maybe a few of you would have jumped the gun a little bit there too. But he knows what his game plan is. And look, a little awkward here because of how the powers play out. He's just got to trade. Oh no. All the tradings, the Momo, it's going crazy. And he's got to use this flare. He's got to take out that Jill. He doesn't want to take 6 damage to the face. Unlike the last game where he was willing to take a lot of damage because he knew he could pump out all the control he could. all the control he needed. This time, he's got to save that 6 damage so he can take it from the Momo, which is going to do it a lot slower. It's going to do it a lot slower. So he ends up taking about the 6 damage anyway, but it was able to get up to a full 10 MP. So playing very conservatively there. And here again, conservative, just non-committal, just explore for a shotgun. And he could potentially use that shotgun. Oh, it's a rocket launcher now because we're low on deck. Ooh, I forgot about that. Even more exciting. But how is he going to deal with this Riding Hood? A nice 50-50 on the announcement poster. So that is going to be followed up by, a Goddess. So he looks like he's setting up. He's got 20 MP, so he can Maria now. That's kind of what I'm thinking. There we go. Get the Maria, flip it, reset, plus 5 AP, double Maria with the Sun Goddess. That's a lot of damage on the field. And it's going to be enough to take it out. And this is where that life that he saved earlier from the Jill is coming into play. Just helps protect him against the Ryu. A little aggressive. I got to say, that feels like a misplay from the opponent. Just dropping down the Ryu haphazardly, assuming, hoping, praying that Virus doesn't have an answer, but it gets countered by Claire. He's got a rocket launcher in his hand, And now I feel like the momentum has definitely switched here. The loss of the FDR, the Fate-defying Ryu, the flying shielded Mary, and it's only a matter of time before Virus takes back this HP lead. And it's just been a slow, steady climb back after that really aggressive opening from his opponent. Remember the double Moira Amaterasu. He's been working hard to climb back that point difference, and I think he's finally done it. I think Virus has finally done it. All this burn here. The opponent's just got to throw so much. Finally takes it out, but look at that. Oh my gosh. The pierce damage on the Claire. 7 damage to the face. He's been waiting for that. But the opponent is really just completely out of options here. Almost 0 MP when you saw that action interaction. And down to 4 HP left. This Jill, if it gets combo, that could be the game right there. And a Mary play coming out for the opponent. Not going to be able to, just barely able to double it up. And he goes in, just trying to get some actions out, trying to go ahead and take out that Mary before he gets, he's so fast. That's a game of speed right there. And gonna destroy it. And he's cut the shield for the rocket launcher too. Come on, Virus. How are you so good at this game? How did he... Man, I don't think I would be fast enough to sneak in that action. But boom, takes it out and gets the Explorer combo. Dead win. Wow. And the final opponent here, Akuma Raging Demon. It's all the rage. So you're starting off with a good amount of Explorers. 3 Explorers already. The action that explores and Explore. And Moira and Jill. So good start. And you've seen, Virus consistently willing to take damage, set up some big boy plays. And I suspect it will be very similar in this matchup. But he may play a bit more aggressive because Raging Demon, in my experience, is definitely a deck that struggles to get the ball rolling, but is great at keeping the ball rolling. And part of this is, part of that strategy is being aggressive. The Jill comes out. He could potentially have given that combo, just apply a lot of aggression, but our Raging Demon friend says no. He says no. And yeah, there we go with the aggressive control, making sure the opponent has no options to ascend. Just going to force them to expend a lot more MP to get those powerful ascend abilities. And trying to not lose his Moira to a zombie there, I think, with the shield. Is it gonna bite him with a destroy spell? No, but he's gonna get a free one back, but gets to respawn, take out the other zombie. So again, just keeping the field clear is what he wants to do. And we do lose it. We do lose the Moira at the end. But we'll hit our third explore. Virus with the 3 explores online. And you see that he's not giving his opponent a chance to ascend. That is how you gotta play against Raging Demon. Honestly, whichever deck you're playing against, if you have the ability to do that control, you might as well do it. Keeping the Claire alive. He knows his opponent wants to get those blocks in. He knows what's up, and boom, there it goes. Keeping the field clear. Now, unfortunately for Virus, he's run out of, easy destroy options. Easy things there. So he's got to figure out something a little bit different to take care of the incoming ascend units. And these shields are so aggressive. This is totally different than how you've seen him play. Have you seen Virus play in the past 2 matches, willing to take trades? No, it's all about keeping our units alive, keeping the pressure up. Just totally different. It's so interesting. And he's got the Sun Goddess. I believe that's going to be setting up a Claire that he can block with. And then, get the Russian. Keep that aggression up. Get the shotgun. And a double kill most likely coming out from the Raging Demon. Ow. Raging Demon is so much value when you get those doubles. So what is the option here? You see this so much with Virus. He could have blocked, but he didn't block. He didn't need to block. And now the opponent is the one with the control this time. It's gonna be an interesting battle because who's gonna have the more threats? I think Jill is the one putting out threats for the most part in this matchup, and Raging Demon's got to have the answers. He saw one there. And a nice little waiting game, a little pause. A little stretch break, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of control back in Virus's hand. He just wants to be able to use that to, take control of the field. But it looks like our friend Raging Demon, he is adapting, playing a lot of bodies on the field, so that he has a multiple, ways for all this random split damage to go, and can follow it up, with an ascend, because you probably can't kill 14 HP worth of stuff too easily. But all the damage, all the jolts, the announcement posters, the handguns, really helping Virus take control of this game, and keep the position in his favor where he wants it, with his opponent with few units on the field. And denying the selfish predation. Can't get him. You can't win them all. But this is actually going to be a pretty decent trade because it's going to take care of the Tube Fox. Now, for me, that would have definitely just been a... Ooh, what a nice little way for that to work out. But you got it. Virus knows. I bet he knows. And, oh my gosh. This, I would say, is a little weird from the Raging Demon player because Jill is a good card, but what about Mary? He lost his Raging Demon. He's got to build up 13 more AP. Then double Mary is going to take out the Tube Fox immediately. And how do you deal with this now that your hero art is up? You got to have a backup. So I'm not sure I like that play from the Raging Demon player. And we'll see what this guy's gonna do to respond. You know, he's clearly trying to figure something out. And you see the mole. Okay, that was actually like a genius mole, because it definitely kind of sets up, makes it more awkward for the opponent with the way that Raging Demon works with ascending first and just swapping things around, making sure that the targeting isn't how Raging Demon wants it. So I really like that. Applying pressure with the Strider. The agility, oh no. And that's going to be the last predation from the opponent, getting denied by the agility. And this is looking like it's all but over. A 4 attack, Mary, flight, agility. And if the opponent can't come up with something in, you know, about 10 seconds, it's going to be over. And to top it all off, the rocket launcher. To top it all off, the rocket launcher. And, you know, we're not wasting any time here. Not wasting any time here. Just total domination at the end of this game, interrupting any potential blocks. Masterfully executed by Virus. I hope you guys learned a lot from that. Thanks for watching, everyone. Making it this far in the video, I appreciate you. Here's the QR code as usual for those of you who stick around. And let me know who should we do guest next. I've got, spoiler alert, it's got Dango in the works. And just excited to keep pushing out some good old TEPPEN content. If there's anything you want to see, let me know. And as we always do on the channel, keep on learning, having some fun with me playing TEPPEN. And I'll see you around. Peace.